she's the best player out here.
She's competed in Australia, she's competed in the USA, she's competed in Germany, and she's played in England. That's quite impressive.
Rebekah Stott clears the ball. She's a powerhouse.
I had a little bit of a lump on my neck. I was aware that it was cancer.
It's a cancer that's treated quite aggressively from a chemotherapy point of view.
I was throwing up everywhere.
She's gone through so many hardships.
I've been playing football since I was 4 years old, so I think I just love the freedom it gives me when I step on that field, and I met so many cool people playing football. I've travelled the world playing football, and yeah, I think I just love the game. I grew up in Papamoa in New Zealand, so that's about 3 hours south of Auckland. It's a little coastal town. Go to school in bare feet. You get that easygoing kind of vibe and lifestyle. We don't take many things too seriously over there. I got into football by playing with my 4 brothers. We all just went along to the local soccer club and we played. So we'd always be playing in the streets, in the backyard, just, yeah, having fun. So I was living in Australia since I was 11. I got selected in the Australian under-17 team, and that's when I realised there was a pathway and there was an actual career in this.
During our early days playing for the Australian youth national teams, I always would look at her and think, you know, she's the best player out here. She's technical, she's smart, she's dependable.
She's a defender, but she also likes to get on the ball, wants to play forward, wants to get the team going.
One of my teammates said, "Oh, why don't you go play for New Zealand?" I mean, I had always thought about it. I love New Zealand, and playing for my country would be such an honour. So I jumped back across the ditch and had a trial in New Zealand, and I made the team for the 2012 Olympics. I remember when I was a kid, I was always wanting to be an Olympian. I think that was something really special. I was like, oh, if I get to the Olympics, I've made it. That's it, my life's complete. I was obviously new to the team, so I wasn't playing as much. We got through the pool stage, which was really good for us, and then we met USA in the quarterfinals. That was a bit tough, but we did really well, and it was a great tournament for us. Watching it was cool, and it was a great experience, but I knew that I wanted to be on that field, and I knew I would get to be on that field. I grew and got more experience from playing abroad in Germany and in Australia in the W League. So I definitely solidified my position playing for New Zealand. I actually picked up an injury a couple months before Rio Olympics, and so it was very tight with the time to get back for the Olympics. So a lot of hard work without playing football. So that was extremely hard for me. And then we got to Rio and I finally was able to get back on the field, and I played all 3 games.
Rebekah Stott marches through the midfield.
We played Colombia and we got our first win at the Olympics for 2016.
Clever defending from Stott.
To the end of it, unfortunately we didn't do as well, but it was still an amazing experience.
With this defeat, New Zealand is out of the competition.
After the Rio Olympics, I told my agent I really want to play in England. Like, that to me is one of the best leagues in the world. And the opportunity came up to come to Brighton Hove Albion, and once that opportunity came, I jumped at it. We're in Hove, just down the road from Brighton, at the beach. Going down to the beach is always a good way to just unwind and reflect and just really get away and give me a bit of peace and comfort. Obviously, I came to Brighton and all excited and ready to go, and I had a little bit of a lump on my neck.
We were sort of pushing her to go and see someone. She went and saw someone, got some weird results back. They were saying it's nothing.
It kept growing and getting bigger and bigger, and I had a surgery, I had a needle biopsy, and finally, after about 3 or 4 months, we got the diagnosis that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
She basically got stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's a cancer that's treated quite aggressively from a chemotherapy point of view.
Why did this happen to me has definitely gone through my head a lot, but I know that I will never know the answer to that. Yes, this sucks, but I have a good prognosis. In a crap situation, I'm lucky. It was all quite rushed. I was straight in for my first day of chemo. The first cycle was bad. I was throwing up everywhere, and then bone aches, headaches, dizziness, mouth ulcers. They were probably one of the worst because you would try and eat and it would just be impossible.
You've got the things that are visible, like hair loss, fatigue in the immune system, but then you've also got the mental, the psychological cost.
My family was great. My friends really were there for me. I had a lot of people looking after me. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
That's good, I'm good.
Oh, good to see you.
It's raining out there, oh my god.
Shock, England.
Awful. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've always been there for me whenever I needed to call. Like, sometimes it was 2 o'clock in the morning for you or whatever. Always picked up that phone and listened to me complain about my issues.
It was obviously an awful thing that you've been through, but to get through it the way you did, it was just like amazing.
The thought of getting back to football when I finished my cancer treatment was always there, and that was always my goal, to get back on the field, so that was a huge motivation for me.
Seen the days in the dark too long, all the grey between the right and wrong.
I was about to start my 4th cycle, and the doctor is like, "Oh, you ready for your last one?" And I was like, "Sorry, what?" Like, no, like, I've got another 2 after this. And he goes, "No, you're pretty much in remission." I was just like, "Are you serious? Like, this is nearly over."
Saw she was ringing me and answered straight away, and then she just blurted it out, and I'm pretty sure I broke down crying. I was so happy.
This is a warrior's world.
I did play actually quite soon after I was in remission, just locally. It was crazy. I didn't really expect it to be emotional, but it really was. And I think there's a photo with me, like, just with this massive smile on my face, and I was just so happy to be back on the field.
The big moment for you, and that I remember clearly, is the Brighton thing coming back into the picture. For me, it was just a mind-blowing moment, and I was so proud of you. After what you'd been through, everyone would have been like, amazing if you had just stayed at Bulleen or at the W League, but you went to the...
You're alive, good work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no one's expecting you to go out and do anything incredible, but it was amazing to see you back at that level. It's where you belong, and yeah, I was very proud.
This is a warrior's world.
For New Zealand at the World Cup, we definitely want to get out of the group stage. We want to get to the round of 16 and really give it a good go. But I think what's important for us is to really inspire the new generation in New Zealand, boys and girls, to play football and get out there and just have a go. So that's really important for us as well.